Welcome to MAT 011 Transitional Algebra. I'd like to give you an overview of the class. If you're watching this video, you're either in my 19Z1 section or my 19Z2 section. This is an online class. I'm your instructor, Landria Mariti. You've met me already through the Meet Your Professor video in Blackboard. There's my email contact information if you need to contact me. So let's go on and tell you some things about how this class will be this semester. Beautiful. Okay. So first of all, what is this class all about? What will you learn? Well, obviously this is a math class, or obviously you're here to learn math, but what is the math that you will learn? Well, in this class, we're working on helping you know the math that you need so that you can be eligible to take a college level math course, or the college level, in particular, the college level math class that you need for your degree or your program or your major. This class is not a college level class in that you can't get credit towards your degree for this class, but this does count towards your academic load. So what do we mean by college level course? Here's some numbers and names of some college level math classes, and it might be that you need one of these for your major depending on what your major is. You might need MAT 105, you might need MAT 116, you might need MAT 150. So we want to get you ready to take any one of these college level math classes. So how will you learn in this class? Well, you're going to learn by working individually on your computer on your learning path in a program called ALEX. ALEX is the online program that we use to teach you mathematics for this class. And while you're working in ALEX, you're going to be working to complete what we call modules. So this word ALEX and this word modules is going to come up a lot in this class. Now, yes, you're going to be working individually, but you're not all alone when you're trying to learn, because you'll also learn by getting help from me, your instructor, and from our embedded tutor, who will be someone who will be here to tutor and help students in topics that you do not understand. So you're going to be working in ALEX, trying to complete modules. You're going to be getting help from me or from the embedded tutor. And then once you've completed a module, you're going to demonstrate what you've learned by taking and passing a proctored module test, which means you're going to take a test on a certain module, and we're going to proctor it to make sure that you're not cheating or using your notes or asking somebody else for the answers, to make sure that you really know it. Now, what do you get by passing a module test, or what's involved in the module test, first of all? So throughout this course, depending on where you start in ALEX and what information you need to know, you're going to take maybe a module 2 test, a module 4 test, a module 6 test, 8, 10, 12, depending on how far you need to go. Notice that there's a test for every even number, but each test covers the previous module. So the module 2 test will be on module 1, module 2 material. The module 4 test will cover module 3 and module 4 material. Now, what do you get for passing these module tests? Remember, we're trying to get you ready to be eligible to take a college level math class. So if, for instance, you pass the module 4 tests, then you can take, or you're eligible to take, either one of these college level math classes. If you complete the module 6 test, then you'll be eligible to take either one of these. If you complete the module 8 test, you might be eligible to take either one of these. So the big question for you then is, which of these college level math classes do you need? And then you'll know which module test you need to pass. So let's look at that. What's the college level math class that you need for your major? So I have a document here, and at the top of this document, you'll see many different majors listed, or programs listed. Take a few minutes and see if you can find your major in any one of these white boxes at the top, or something that's close to your major. Like, for instance, social work is here, elementary education is there, homeland security is here. So I'll stop talking for a few minutes and give you a few minutes to see if you can see or find your major in any one of these white boxes. Okay, I'm not sure if I gave you enough time, but if you found your major, and this document will be available in Blackboard that you can look back at, but if you found your major, we can then use this document to find out what your college level math course is for your major. For instance, if your major is business management, we drop just straight down, and the bottom row shows us that you need MAT 150. That's the college level course that you need for your major. If your major happens to be criminal justice, just drop straight down, and we can see that either one of these might be the college level course that you need for that major. Or if your major is our AAS degree in electronic technology, you drop straight down and you need either one of these courses. So it's okay if you don't know exactly now, or you didn't have enough time to figure out what your college level math course is. We're going to help you with that, but this is just to kind of introduce you to where you could find this information. So as we said before, if you pass a certain module test, then you get to be eligible to take certain college level math courses that are listed here. So what's going to be required from you from each week in this class? One thing will be a weekly check-in journal. This will be something that you'll submit in Blackboard online, and you can find out more information about these weekly check-in journals by looking at the weekly check-in journal link in Blackboard. The other thing that will be required each week is that you spend at least 8 hours a week working in ALEKS. Remember what ALEKS is. ALEKS is that online program that you'll be working on. And ALEKS will be logging your hours starting Monday, 12 a.m. till Sunday, 12 midnight. You need 8 hours in that time frame. Each week, ALEKS is going to calculate what we call your time on task percentage based on how many of these 8 hours you complete. So if you complete only 4 hours, it's going to give you a 50%. If you complete all 8 hours, you'll see a 100% grade for a particular week. And there again is more information about all this time on task requirements and your time on task hours at a link in Blackboard. Okay, now we've talked about the fact that you're trying to learn enough math so that you can go on and take a college level math class. Now let's talk about what it will take to get a passing grade in this class. So to earn a passing grade, you have to pass one or more of the following module tests, either 4 or 6 or 8 or 12, with a score of 70% or more. So if you pass Module 4 and you haven't passed it in the previous class with 70% or more, you will have passed this class. But if you just pass Module 4, that doesn't mean that you're eligible to take the college level math class that you need to take for your degree. So how can you get to take a module test? There's certain requirements. You can be eligible to take a module test if you've mastered all the module topics in ALEKS, if you are up to date with your weekly check-in journals, and if your time on task score is at least 80% or more, and if you've met online with me, your instructor, or the embedded tutor at least once. When you have done all these things, then you're eligible to take a module test. And remember, it's by passing module tests that you pass this class. It's by passing a module test that you become eligible to take a college level math class next semester. So how are you going to get started with this class? Well, you want to begin in Blackboard at the Start Here tab, which you've probably already seen because that's how you got to this video. And you want to read all the information under every tab in Blackboard. I don't know why this said Started in ALEKS. That's probably a typo. You want to register and get started in ALEKS, and you want to email me if you have any questions. You need to check the Blackboard announcements daily. You need to check your KCTCS email daily so that you can be informed about what's going on in this class. So you basically want to start in Blackboard. Let me show you the Blackboard page. You've already seen this, read this section first. I hope you've looked at the instructor information. I will update information about our embedded tutor as soon as I get it. And the course overview is where you found this video. You should read about the integrity agreement. And the main thing is you need to get started working in ALEKS. And by clicking on these tabs, you'll get information about how you get started on logging into ALEKS and doing your work in ALEKS. Here is the information about the weekly assignments, weekly check-in journals. So you just basically want to read everything and make sure that you get started working in ALEKS. And remember that you can contact me if you have any questions. Here's my contact info. It's also in Blackboard. It's also on the syllabus. The best way to reach me is by email. You could call and leave a voice message. It might take a while for me to get back to that message, but email is the best way. Okay, looking forward to a good semester.